60 seconds.
What's your Skroove? My light's not working. I'm just turn my Mac up all the way. That might help. That helps. What's up, guys? It's Tuesday, the second day of the week, day number 2. Today we're having a very special podcast guest. Pause for a dramatic coffee sip. Harrison Diskin. He's within that group of the Chester Pink entourage. Super excited to have him on. I think he's going to bring a lot of new stuff to the show. He's got some cool experiences. He's in onto a lot of different stuff. I'm excited to hear more about what he's up to and what he's got planned. This is going to be a very good podcast episode. I'm fired up for him to be here. Happy Tuesday. What's up, dude? How you doing? Good to see you.
What's up, man?
Come on in. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 38 of What's Your Skroove. Today's guest, Harrison Diskin. He works for React Presents. He's a talent buyer. But among that, he wears many hats. He just started his own podcast. And according to your Instagram, you seem to always be like into different projects. I know you're big into like health and wellness and everything in that spectrum and kind of the behind the scenes stuff of kind of what makes people who they are, that sort of thing. Is that fair?
Yeah, for sure.
And then you've also toured with Grizz in Europe, and you were there with our previous podcast guest a few episodes back, Chester Pink. So kind of a cool merging crossover here.
Yeah, I'm excited to follow in his footsteps.
Yeah, well, that was a really fun episode, but we're excited to have you. So do you want to start by talking a little bit about what you do as the talent buyer? And explain what that is for people who might not know.
Yeah, I explain it all the time, and everyone is like...
Just finished the podcast, dude.
Yes.
Oh my god, so much fun.
Yeah.
And then plug your podcast.
Okay, so listen to Wellbeing Creative. It's available wherever podcasts are available.
Dude, this episode was so much fun. Thanks for coming by, bro. I know, I'm glad you made it work.
Of course.
Thanks for coming by. Good show, good show.
The links and everything too.
What's up, podcast listeners and all you on the podcast app? Welcome to episode 38 of What's Your Skroove. Today's guest, Harrison Diskin, a talent buyer for a company called React Presents. Very, very interesting guy and a very well-rounded guy. And a guy who's just got a good heart and a heart in the right spot, who's trying to provide a lot of value to people out there. On this episode, we cover every aspect of well-being, whether it's mental health, physical health, challenging yourself on running, in the gym, yoga. This guy's tried it all, and he's got a very, very impressive career. He started out as a blogger and getting into the music scene, specifically the electronic dance scene, and eventually evolved into now being a talent buyer and bringing live shows and formulating events in the Detroit area. He toured in Europe with Grizz, who's actually there at the same time as one of our other guests, Chester Pink, was there. Chester Pink, that is. And just all-around interesting guy with no shortage of stories or great information, and he actually just started a podcast of his own. Tune in for episode 38 of What's Your Skroove. This is a very fun episode. We had a blast with Harrison Diskin. Alright, so Harrison just left. That podcast was so much fun. I love what I do. I love my job. I love that we get to interview people like this. I love that we're doing the podcast every week or twice a week pretty much now and having all these interesting guests on. And it's so cool to sit down with somebody for an hour or 2 hours and have these uninterrupted conversations about whatever we want to talk about. And like they always seem to take directions where you can never really plan on them going. And that unpredictability is just so much fun, and I just feel like it brings a lot of value to people and a lot of good information. And I love that you can just find a lot of like-minded people out there, and there's a lot of people who share similar beliefs and values, and there's just some really incredible people. And thanks to everybody who listens, and thanks to everybody who's been a guest so far. We don't plan on stopping anytime soon, but I just wanted to say something because I'm really excited, really fired up about it right now. Harrison, thanks for coming on. Zach came home to deliver some of the best news a guy could hear. He's making his homemade, world-famous quesadillas. I would argue Zach makes the best quesadilla I've ever had. Super excited. Gonna go for a quick run. He's just a hell of a guy. We love it.
Taking care of the boys.
We love it. Gonna go for a quick run while Zach cooks dinner. Wish me luck. It's hot. Back now. Did it 4. And I did the guided run that Harrison recommended on the Nike Plus Run app today on our podcast. It was cool. I chose the one about running on hot days, which is fitting because it's really hot. I sweat a lot, but I feel good now that it's done. Harrison, thanks for the recommendation. Coach Bennett, thank you for the walkthrough on a hot day. Gotta cool down. I mean, look at that. That's Ramsey in the kitchen right there. Wow. Wow.